Welcome back to Mysterious Secret. Today we're breaking down the latest developments in the Jeffrey Epstein documentary release saga, sometimes called the Epstein Files. This is one of the biggest ongoing transparency stories in U.S. legal history, and millions of pages of documents have just been released, but not without major controversy. Let's get right into it. In late January 2026, the U.S. Department of Justice released more than 3 million documents related to the investigations into Jeffrey Epstein and his criminal network, including thousands of videos and images. The release was done under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, a law passed in late 2025 to force publication of these records. But even as this massive archive went public, serious problems immediately emerged. Right after the release, attorneys representing victims announced that the Justice Department had accidentally published identifying information about victims, including names and sensitive personal material. That sparked legal action, urging judges to take the entire site down until the mistakes were fixed. And that's not all. Missing docs, redactions, cover-up claims. Lawmakers from both parties publicly criticized the release for massive redactions and for withholding about half the files deemed potentially relevant. Some accuse the DOJ of shielding powerful individuals, even though officials insist they met their legal obligations. So what's actually in the documents? Broadly speaking, emails and communications involving Epstein and powerful figures, photos and videos, some heavily redacted, financial records, court filings, and internal investigative materials, interviews with witnesses and victims, mentions of high-profile names from tech billionaires to politicians and royalty. But crucially, many of these items don't mean guilt. They include innocuous interactions, appearances at events, or references in emails. But the presence of a name can create major public speculation. This isn't just a U.S. story, it's drawing global attention. Leaders and commentators abroad are reacting, some calling for investigations into how sensitive information was shared, and some criticizing missteps in handling the files. And public discourse is heating up as activists demand full disclosure. Here's what people are still asking. Was everything promised under the Transparency Act really released? Why were so many documents heavily redacted or pulled down? Are there co-conspirators or enablers whose names are still hidden? How will ongoing legal battles impact what the public sees next? These are the questions driving coverage, and likely the next headlines. To sum up, we've seen a huge release of documents, but mistakes and omissions have triggered outrage. Victims' rights advocates are leading legal challenges. Lawmakers on both sides want more transparency, and the story is still evolving. We'll be watching this closely and bringing you updates as more info comes out. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like and subscribe for updates. Comment below. What do you think should happen next with the Epstein Files? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.